Hello everyone, it's Espy. I just want to thank you guys for the support this month. In September I decided to come back and, start making content again, and it was such a great turnout, so seriously, thank you guys for being here. If you'd like to support me in other ways, you can always check out my books. I have 2 books out right now, both mystery novels. You can check them out on Amazon. I'll link them in the description of the channel and the description of this video. Finally, a quick intro of today's video. This is a compilation of my best videos from the month. Now, there was a bit of a shorter month because I came back in the middle of September, but the individual videos are still there, so if you like to go check them out, you can do that, or you can just watch this video and watch them all together at once. Now, without further delay, let's get into it. So I was all set to talk about how Creator Clash is basically a cult. I was ready, back arched, poised to dive in, and then Ian dropped a fat, wet disaster on YouTube with his latest upload. Hello everyone, I'm SP, and this dude is fighting for his life. iDubbbz, the once feared YouTuber who can end a career with 1 upload, is now out here trying to defend himself. At this point, it's looking a lot less like content and more like a humiliation fetish, and while I'm not here to yuck anybody's yums, this just proves for like the 47th time that iDubbbz needs to log off and leave YouTube behind. So instead of the Creator Clash cult video, we're diving into this mess. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's dive in.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
By the way, the background is a work in progress, so you can just tune that out.
I don't care, bruh. No, actually, I do kind of care. Just a little bit. A little bit of his personality really shone through just then. And it was nice, like seeing an old friend. Now, this video isn't going to be me complaining about how I miss the old iDubbbz or how I miss the good old days. But I'm just going to be complaining about the shady, freak, nasty shit that iDubbbz does. Also, if you hear any noise in the background, that's my cat. He's young.
Anyways.
Today, I'm going to be doing the thing that everyone tells you not to do, and that is feed the trolls. One of the more important things that I want to talk about is my relationship with Anissa. I love Anissa. I love everything about her. I've only grown to love her more with time, and
I cannot care less about your relationship. I know a lot of people like to talk about behind the scenes that Anissa is like pulling the strings and controlling iDubbbz. Here's the thing. If she makes you happy, then so be it. If she cucks you down while making you happy and embarrasses you, so be it. You're still happy, I guess. I'm not here to judge your relationship. I'm here to talk about the freak nasty shit you guys do behind the scenes. That came out a lot worse than I was expecting.
yes, I thought more people would be able to catch on. I am quiet, stoic, not talkative. She is the opposite of that. She is loud, very talkative, social. People struggle to understand that dynamic, I think, especially me being a person who has made a career of talking online.
So are you talkative or not? You've made a career out of not just talking, but being confrontational and saying the N-word and the F-word. But let's talk about the word stoic that he's convinced himself that he is. My good man, this video is the opposite of stoic. You're about to go on a 20-minute edited rant about how you feel. You idiot, that's the opposite of stoic. Again, I don't care about your relationship, so I'm gonna skip ahead.
For some reason, well, not for some reason, for the reason of sexism and people's view on OnlyFans, and them just not liking Anissa.
Okay, small rant coming. I don't like when people equate sex workers to women. There are male sex workers. That seems a little sexist if you ask me to like equate sex work to women. That's what's really sexist if you ask me. So maybe can we talk about something other than Anissa, something more interesting? Next, he wants to talk about his ex-boxing friend or coach or whatever he was to him. That's where it gets interesting. That's where the shady shit starts to come out.
If you're curious about the hairdresser these guys are talking about, I will point you to my disgraced boxing coach, Michael Briggs. For some reason, this stupid fucking loser and his dumb as rocks wife,
very stoic,
decided to go on the H3 podcast. They already spilled their guts. They were getting paid like $5,000 to go on this podcast.
I'm going to be sending you guys $5,000 for the bonus that you never got.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's hear that again.
I'm going to be sending you guys $5,000 for the bonus that you never got.
I'd have just lied and included it in his very own video. You see, at this point, it's like you want to be humiliated or something, you fucking moron. He said he was going to give them the 5 bands you didn't give them. That's not paying them to come on the podcast and trash you. That's giving them the money you promised, allegedly, to give them that you didn't give them. that's not the same thing as paying somebody to come on your podcast, you moron. But like, did you see that? I would like to see some receipts from the boxing coach. You know, the burden of proof is on him. But like, that was shameless, bold-faced lying. And playing stupid isn't going to absolve you from this.
I think they were maybe afraid that they wouldn't get the money if they didn't thoroughly trash us. So them maybe thinking that they weren't trashing us hard enough, Michael Briggs decided to invoke the name of one of his presumably friends and say that Anissa was like thirsting after him.
Pay close attention to Ian here. He is about to be what we call a hypocrite. He's going to talk about throwing friends under the bus. Does that sound familiar?
She definitely had a big crush on one of the guys that would come in and spar with them, because anytime they would spar, she would just be super into it and watch every moment. Yeah, even if he would like beat Ian up, she'd be very into it.
All right, so y'all just seen that corny ass shit.
He thinks that's worse than making a content comp on his own friend, his own loyal friend who's been there for him for years. Parting with his enemies, I'm not even going to get into like the politics of all that because I don't care about politics like that. But saying you got cucked down by some dude is not the same thing as making an hour-long hit piece on your friend. It's not. You want more hypocrisy though? Ian makes a gay joke.
For whatever it's worth, every time Michael Briggs, my disgraced boxing coach, would reference Gabe, he would always refer to him as Gorgeous Gabe. He couldn't help but refer to him as Gorgeous Gabe on the podcast.
I would call him Gorgeous Gabe.
He's a beautiful guy.
Yeah, he's got tattoos. He's large. He's tan.
I don't call him that. My wife doesn't call him that. If you have some unresolved sexual tension or fantasies, whatever the fuck it is, you need to keep that shit to yourself and not project it onto other people.
Now, I don't typically get offended by gay jokes, to be honest. I just don't like when people who would typically say that's wrong do it, because that's hypocritical. You have your old audience that probably still makes gay jokes and you disavow them, which is okay, but then you make a gay joke about somebody's sexuality as a way to slight someone. That's kind of sleazy if you act like it's wrong in the first place. Do you understand what I'm getting at here? Now let's get to the part where iDubbbz talks about morals despite dipping into charity funds.
I briefly want to talk about the concept of being a lol cow, because these fucking losers, they love the concept of like labeling someone a lol cow and then like bullying them and watching their life spiral out of control.
Lol cows. Now I love me a lol cow. I believe there's a limit to the laughter. I also believe there are two types of lol cows. There are the lol cows you laugh at, the lol cows you laugh with. An example of a lol cow that you laugh with would be like, oh goodness, he just passed away. King Cobra, JFS, he was somebody that people laughed with, and when he passed away, people were very respectful about his passing. Then there's lol cows you laugh at, like Low Tier God, who deserves it. I agree, some people are a little harsh, some people are a little mean with it, but then again, Boogie did allegedly fake cancer. But can we talk about how iDubbbz isn't talking about creator clash or, you know, the controversy with his boxing coach? He barely, like, all he did was said, I never offered to pay you. That's all he said. That's it. You just got accused of scamming somebody, and your response is to call him a loser and his wife dumb. That's low cow behavior. But okay, Ian wants to focus on these two guys he keeps going back after, and not the boxing coach that he scammed allegedly. So next, Ian wants to talk about online bullying. The guy that told Keemstar to go kill himself wants to talk about online bullying. And the guy lays down some hard truth, honestly. Not Ian.
They were laughing at my dad for getting sick on some of these forums.
What did you think? What did you think? Because you shared it online?
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's what people are going to do because they want to get a reaction out of you.
Yeah.
I don't have much to add to that because that's kind of just what it is. People online are terrible, and putting yourself out there can really invite in some slimy people. That's just the way it is. And it shouldn't be that way. I agree. It really shouldn't be that way, but that is just the way it is. Anyway, iDubbbz is going to play dumb again.
He is not saying that he is a perpetrator of bullying her. What he's saying is that other people are doing that. But he is doing it actively. In this video, he is bullying Anissa.
Like what? The guy didn't even make that point. He didn't say, I'm not the one doing the bullying. He just said that's what it is. If you can't take it, don't post things online. I'm starting to get frustrated watching someone miss the point like this fantastically. Now, there's like one more point to be made, so let's skip ahead a bit.
I don't think a lot of these commentary channels want to be held to a higher standard. I think they want to comment on the strategy of things, and they don't want to reveal too much of their own morals or principles.
That's a girl bye. Everything's changed because you hold yourself to a higher standard. Fuck that. You got yourself some pussy and now you think it's bad to say the N and F word. I never got that and I already knew it's bad to say those words. Cut this moral grandstanding out as you slip yourself a cool third of the proceeds from your charity event. This is why people don't fuck with you anymore. You think you're so high and just when you're just as sleazy as the people you hate. The difference between old iDubbbz is he knew he was wrong and he didn't try to paint himself as holier than thou. And that's where I'm ending this video. And that's what's pissing everyone off. You're calling people losers, acting like everyone who enjoyed your old content is some sort of monster, silencing voices and threatening people. The truth is, old iDubbbz would have eaten you alive. And that's the sad part. No one is saying you can't change and grow and shift content. That's fine. It's the arrogance and the disgusted look you cast at people who like the old content of you, who like the old you. They're who made you what you are now. Log off. You're done. Somebody unplug this man's Wi-Fi before he uploads again. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.
All right, Island Boys, kiss or slap?
Kiss. Kiss? Kiss.
Okay, all right, go. Oh! Oh my gosh! Yo, save it for the OF, though.
Please. I'm f***ing tired of you, kid. So, I do not want to, yo. All right, let's go. Are you ready? Oh, 3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone, I'm Espy and I thought I missed the Jack Doherty train about a year ago when he crashed his McLaren. But apparently this train makes regular stops because this man cannot stop crashing cars. And this time he somehow managed to crash into the Island Boys. It's the most cursed crossover of 2025 and honestly, I'm here for it. I love drama. It's like when you mix a Red Bull and a Four Loko, it's just dangerous, chaotic, and nobody asked for it. Look, I get it, Jack lives off his clout and the Island Boys need clout, so why not team up and give us the worst of both worlds? Really, this video is just my excuse to dive into Jack Doherty's world and see why so many people support him despite all his antics. And by antics, I mean crashing cars like every other week. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's dive on in.
Oh, it looks like we have some clowns who are desperate for airtime.
The fact that you're gonna f***ing disrespect us in our Airbnb. No, you have not.
Oh! Yo! Yo, stop!
Is that it? Is that the video? Can we go home now? Ugh, I'm already home. Fine.
Jack, how you doing, brother?
What's good?
What's up, man?
What's up? Long time no see, bro. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, bro. I can't complain.
We good?
Yeah.
Good, bro?
Wow, that's a lot of camaraderie for someone that threatened to pew-pew you like 2 years ago. But who knows? Maybe they're all friends now. But where's the other one? Aren't there two of them? You know, the top.
I'm a top.
Tell him about your plan. Tell him about your plan. He called me yesterday for an hour.
Yeah, I did. Jack and I, we both have a lot of potential, bro, to take over Florida, bro. That's what we're gonna do.
Ew, why do you want to take over Florida? It's not an island. Sorry, if you hear my pets in the background, they're getting a little antsy. It's the morning time, so they're hungry. I'm gonna skip ahead. This video is kind of long.
I bet I could f*** your mom.
What the f?
Why would you want to my mom? My mom is 50 years old.
What a weird interaction. It's like a glimpse into what this video is about. You know, a manufactured beef. I'm calling it now. There's gonna be some drama on the outside of the house that's gonna lead to this car accident. I'm gonna skip forward a bit more.
I'm shaking. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, come over here. No, we're not fighting. Nobody's fighting. Oh, so now they don't want to fight. Shut up. Shut up. You're embarrassing yourself.
This was
Tomorrow when you're sober, you're gonna rewatch this, you're gonna be like, oh my god. Do you want me to send you my hair lady? I got you. She's the best.
I'll send a girl for a nose job. She's really good too.
Oh, I actually have a perfect nose, but thank you.
It's debatable, but you have a good night.
Yeah. I'll send you some teeth whitening strips.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a personal trainer.
I'll send you a rehab center too.
Do you want
Ooh, it looks like we hit the juicy part of the video. Just some annoying white girls wiling out.
a rehab center? Maybe some like clothes? Because me and Claire are selling our clothes if you want some.
Send her to Dr. Miami, Kirsty.
Wait! I went to Dr. Miami. You can get 20% off if I, Actually? Yes. I can get you some Maybe a little junk in the trunk.
Do you know how thoughtful that is of you? Although your boobs look like so I could never see. I mean,
You wanna see? You wanna see?
Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
But if you ever do want to actually go to Dr. Miami, let me know.
I did.
Thank you.
Where are you walking?
Wait, can we race our car?
There's something hella obnoxious about the term hella. But also, I remember thinking that years ago, just the way they all gathered around with their cameras, it's something just super obnoxious about it. I remember watching some type of vlog channel, I don't remember who it was, but just seeing like 8 grown adults vlogging their trip to Disney World. Like, it just seems so annoying and obnoxious. I don't know. It's like they're the paparazzi for themselves.
You guys want a
She's living out the car. Hey, excuse me, we're searching your car for contraband, actually. Get up.
Officer.
Oh, we found contraband. It smells like
shit in there.
Oh my goodness, I'm not gonna lie, like that's one of those cars. Do you smoke in your car?
No.
Okay, but I really have to ask, what am I even watching, honestly? It's just a bunch, and in this case, probably high teenagers just acting obnoxious. I'm like, who is this made for? Can I get to the car accident?
What is that?
I don't know.
It's a warning. You gotta be careful.
Oh!
Oh!
No, she did not just do that.
Yo!
Stop. Get the what happened?
Stop!
Do you think you
Stop!
What happened? What happened? I don't give a what happened. What happened?
Well, there you have it. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time. So you mean to tell me after all this, it wasn't even the Island Boys that did it? It was this random chick that I didn't even care to learn the name of? I feel clickbaited.
Why are you hitting someone's car on purpose? Bro, how do you hit her car? You did that on purpose for sure.
I literally
And you're
didn't.
like, oops, what happened? Was it a
You
car
think I
or a
would risk
person?
my own car? My own car?
You clearly did, yeah.
She's dumb and on purpose. It's either or and it's both.
At least it's not dented.
I don't have my phone on.
Oh, it's off.
Well, there's the damage, I guess. No joke, I see the damage, so if somebody hit my car, I'd want my shit taken care of. And good on them for actually staging a stunt like that. But I have a theory. You see, I don't know their names, I don't care to, but I get the feeling somebody backed into something off camera, and Jack Doherty was just like, oh, I could use this for, content. Why not throw in half of the Island Boys for a little bit of clout? Throw it together, and now we got a video. I am a mystery writer. So the police come, there's a bunch of bullshit. We're done here. Well, I've taken about as much of this as I can stand. And I'm just gonna say it. Morgs is more entertaining. Jack Doherty and the Island Boys crashing into one another sounds like, the internet's version of a fever dream. And if you're gonna go viral, you might as well do it with a bang. Or a dent. Or barely even a scratch. But the deterioration of my favorite video sharing platform is alive and real. Very alarming. Join me next time when Jack runs a red light and crashes through a Starbucks, again for clout. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.
Completely, suddenly, violently shattered our marriage, our relationship, like everything you knew, and that was all my fault. It was all choices that I made.
So where do we go from here?
Hello everyone, I'm Espy, and remember when Ned Fuller torpedoed his career by cheating on his wife and getting kicked out of the Try Guys? Pepperidge Farms remembers. Well, apparently he's back with a podcast titled Rock Bottom. As the name suggests, Ned will be lightheartedly picking at himself in a thinly veiled attempt at taking accountability. For his first big episode, he's bringing on Ariel, yes, the same wife he cheated on. The whole thing is awkward, tense, and feels more like damage control more than redemption. So we're gonna point and laugh. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's dive on in.
This guy moaned at least this loud. Oh!
Hi, I'm Ned Fulmer. 3 years ago, I cheated on my wife with my producer.
I wouldn't say cheated, I'd say had a full-on affair. I believe there's a difference. They're both bad, but one is lesser than the other. I feel like the lessening of the transgression is already starting.
I know that I represented myself as a kind of wife guy who talked about his relationship and put that out there for public consumption. And you, as a viewer, I know that I broke your trust.
What's that? I think it's the sound of no one caring.
There's something slimy about this as a preface to your online comeback. I mean, you abandoned your followers for years after you got outed as a cheater. And now it feels like you're trying to scramble them back before even offering them anything. And I hate the voice. Just talk normal, dude.
It was understandably a messy and devastating situation for everyone involved.
Yeah, especially your wife, dude.
I wanted to say that I'm sorry.
Okay, my apologies, Miss Girl.
And there you have it for all three of the Ned fans out there. Not gonna lie, he was like the most boring of the Try Guys. I wasn't too much into them in the first place. Something about overly liberal men that I just don't trust. But Ned? Has anyone been a big fan of Ned? Is the name Ned even short for Nedrick? Anyway, let's get to the podcast.
Well, here we are.
Oh god, I hate it already. I'm a big avoider of awkwardness, and I've already seen clips about how awkward this is, you know, just by clipping around or seeing other people's clips on the internet. But like, holy crap, what an opener. I do this for you. Subscribe.
Is it strange to think that people are watching this and listening to it rather than just being in like a therapy setting?
Oh heck yeah. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
It's absolutely, yeah. I mean, I'm on the verge of like standing up and walking out of this room.
You can still do it. Save us from this. But for real, he said it was her idea in order to get closure, which as a therapist in training, I understand. People do what they gotta do. But this feels like opening a wound. This feels kind of unhealthy, if you ask me. It's not a bad thing to visit your past, but doing it to this extreme, that's where I question the validity of this.
How can I move forward in my life without people knowing the next part of my story if they're still stuck on the 2022 part of my story?
That's kind of the thing, isn't it? And that's the whole reason that we're here, because we're stuck in 2022.
No one else is. We've all moved on. Again, I gotta question the validity of this.
And I don't want to like walk up to somebody that I want to be friends with at like preschool and have to start every conversation with like, my personal life is a dumpster fire, as I'm sure you know, but also, do you want to be friends with me? You know, like, I'm not gonna lie, I have some really authentic friendships that have started that way. But like, I don't want to go about my life starting friendships like that.
Yeah. You kind of want the new friends to know the context of like who you currently are as a person.
Exactly.
I remember I have met some people, like made new friends or kind of introduced myself to strangers. It's like, oh, let's exchange Instagrams. I'm like, well,
right?
Here's mine, but couple of caveats. One, I have a lot more followers than you might expect. Two, all of this is pretty outdated. And three, don't Google me.
Don't Google me.
Don't Google me.
You
Just
probably don't want to Google me.
Get to know me first.
And they should both be able to make new friends, you know? When it comes to my personal friends and what goes on their lives, I don't want to know everything that goes on, you know? But I don't need to know everything that goes on. But they should be allowed to move on. It's just, is this the right way to do it? And it's like, talking about don't Google me. If they do, they're going to find an hour-long unnecessary podcast about how you cheated on your wife. Again, it's like opening a wound. I can't see the point in it.
The way that everyone wants to know, like, are you guys still like an item? Are you guys still a couple? Like, no. We really haven't been at all this last 3 years.
No, we haven't.
Where there's the bomb if anybody asked for it. Time for more awkward crap.
No, like, people ask me, like, do you forgive Ned for what he did? And I mean, the answer is no. Absolutely not. How can you forgive somebody for lying to you, for cheating on you? No.
And that's the part where I feel really bad for her. Kids, still friends, they go on trips together. Like, she's tethered to him forever, and to be tethered to someone that did what he did sucks in a big way. My parents are divorced and, want nothing to do with each other. Personally, that's how I prefer it. But, like, I'm on the 15th year of their divorce, so maybe that's speaking out right now. But like a clean break would be better than this confusing shit. To be honest, if my parents came together and did a podcast about why they broke up 15 years ago, I would be furious. Now watch this.
Fuck no. Like, I don't even. It's. Sorry, I saw red for a minute. It's like, no, the answer is no.
She's literally fighting back tears on a set with her ex sitting across from her, hoping she'd help him kickstart a comeback to his career. This is pretty terrible. We're done here. Now I elected not to watch the full hour because it's awkward as hell, and to be honest, I don't really care. I did care enough to make this video, obviously, but not everything needs to be a podcast. An affair, a broken marriage, forgiveness or the lack of it, those are deeply personal. But in this cloud economy, even the ugliest of things get turned into content. Understand they say this is for closure, but there's gotta be better ways to do it. Therapy, maybe? I don't want to target area, but this feels more clout chasey if you ask me. Sometimes it feels like people aren't allowed to grieve in private anymore. Anyway, I hope this is it for this podcast that nobody asked for. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hello everyone, I'm Espy, and bullying is wrong. I don't want this video to be misconstrued or misunderstood. I flat out think it's wrong when somebody who's done nothing to nobody is, ridiculed, attacked, or accosted. That's not the type of person we're talking about today. Yes, iDubbbz has gone full crybully. The man who's cool with skulls meets into his ex-friend's house wants to talk about how it's wrong when it happens to him, and we're going to talk about that today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's get into it.
Hey, hang on, Carter. I think I know how to take this guy down. Among Us.
If you've made your career being the N-word, F-word guy, it's great that you've changed and become a more compassionate person, but
It's great that you've changed and you've become a more compassionate person. Here it comes. Thank you, Selkie.
You lost the right to cry and bitch and get defensive when people make fun of you forever.
I agree. In fact, I think it puts a target on your back. A Sam Hyde-shaped target. But for real, running around calling people the N-word and the F-word and getting so confrontational when people call it wrong, it's like, what? Ian has done a lot of crying over the fact that people say that's who he used to be, and that he's changed now. He's changed so much he's regressed.
Bullied and made fun of her dad who has Alzheimer's.
Yeah, he doesn't
With
care.
a late-stage dementia
He doesn't
patient
care.
who is an extremist Muslim.
He doesn't
and he sees
care.
his daughter covered in...
You can keep saying that, but you're the one watching it and giving them kudos.
No one is giving these guys kudos. Are you kidding me? They're just agreeing with them. They're not even praising them. That's not the same thing. And I think that gives some insight into Ian and these... I'm going to go ahead and say these liberal left-wing people, their mindset that even agreeing on a lukewarm take like the sky is blue is the same as praising somebody. Oh my god, no, it's not.
in tattoos, married to iDubbbz the cuck, and he just freaks the out.
But do you see what I'm
iDubbbz is having
saying? Everything they say is just as inflammatory as possible.
They're not going to change.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe make a comment on that.
Oh, make a comment on my ass.
You brought it upon yourself. That way they never actually have to dive into the difficult questions. The difficult question is to say, I don't like this. This is not behavior that I want to endorse. They keep it super surface level and they say, you're feeding into it. Of course these guys are going to do it. Of course these guys are going to do this.
That's the thing. Of course they are. Human nature can be ugly, and I'm sorry 20 people have to break it down for you, but that's life on the internet.
Why are you even giving it attention? And it's the most invalidating bullshit thing to say. And a lot of people that I'm sure are close with Ethan and other people on the crew, the last thing that they would ever want to hear is you're feeding into it. You're making it worse for yourself. It's so fucking stupid. Take a stand.
That's not my problem. It's yours.
And to that part, I'm going to agree with Ian somewhat. People shouldn't have to be told to buck up, and people shouldn't have to buck up. But, that's life on the internet. And if you want a career here, you better buck up, unfortunately, lest you be labeled a lolcow.
By the way, if Ethan like thinks that them wearing like goofy costumes like sort of like strips any accountability or makes it all like comedy. I am now wearing a goofy squirrel hat. So everything I'm saying from here on out is just comedy, so you can't get mad or take offense to any of it because it's only jokes.
What? No one says comedy can't be ridiculed. He's being a moron again.
This is going to be about as close as we get to saying that this is not okay.
Dude, they're nuts.
Yeah.
They're totally unhinged.
Yeah.
And that's
Notice the words that are being used. They're nuts. They're unhinged. No, I think what the words you're looking for is horrible people.
Okay, fine, Ian. You're not nuts or hinged. I would say that would actually absolve you of your wrongdoings if you were some sort of handicapped. But, you're just a bad person.
They call me and Anissa like evil and vile and all these crazy dramatic words, but they refuse to say, fuck these guys. They're pieces of shit.
Oh, what a fucking hypocrite. You make an hour-long hit piece hanging out with your friend's enemies and you ask them to call some guy who's just laying down some truth vile. They didn't attempt to take 2/3 proceeds from a charity event. You did. That's vile. Side note, sorry if you guys hear a lot of stuff going on in the background. It's the middle of the day, so everybody's awake.
These guys don't care.
This is something that he's very familiar with, but for some reason, in this moment, he refuses to take any ownership of the fact that he is part of the problem.
Like, that's what people are gonna...
It's like Ethan's getting mad that I'm making him think. That's why he's mad. He's like, come on. Come on, stop it. Stop it. I already get that the point is that they're assholes. Can you please not make me think but why they might be assholes and why they're doing any of this? Fuck.
At this point, I think Ian's brain might be fried because I don't even know what that point was. Maybe I'm missing the point, but do you see it? The lack of stoicism, or that they're bad people because they talk about my wife, or, do you see that it's okay when I do it, but bad when other people do it?
The more you let it get under your skin, the more your sister's gonna do that shit.
Right.
It's the same fucking thing we're talking about here.
He is talking about himself.
Like,
He's
what are you
talking about all
doing?
the trolls. He's definitely referring to himself.
Like, if you didn't let them affect them, you wouldn't have them on there. We wouldn't know who the fuck Keenan.
Yeah, don't let it affect you. All right.
Again, if you want a career on the internet, you're just gonna have to deal with that because that's just what it is. You can't let words of other people affect you. They're just words. No one is attacking you physically. No one is stalking you. No one is sending skulls to your house while people laugh about it. Buck up. That's like the phrase of the day.
Him bringing this up is not illuminating anything. This is fucking obvious. If you watch my video, it's obvious. If you live life, it's obvious.
The big casino, or wherever the hell his name is.
He's literally giving you good advice. He's like, the more you say that everybody is gonna...
No, it's the fucking advice that every piece of shit father says. Don't let it get under your skin. You're going to be fine if you just don't let it get under your skin. You'll be good.
But that's the thing, you moron. You're not supposed to let it get under your skin. Hurt feelings have two sides. There's the victim and then there's the perpetrator. You can't control the perpetrator. You can't eliminate the perpetrator. What you can control is how you react to the perpetrator. There's a couple ways the victim can deal with the perpetrator. You can fight back, say something stronger to them, do something stronger to them. You can cry about it, or you can do nothing. In my opinion, doing nothing tends to be one of the best options. You just keep choosing the wrong option, and everybody's agreeing that you choose the wrong option here. That's what's turning you into a locale.
You won't have to go to therapy in 10 years, 20 years. Just don't let it get under your skin. You'll be fine. Meanwhile, you're saying that to, like, some fucking highly autistic child that hasn't been diagnosed or something. It's like, all right, yeah, you're doing a lot of good in the world.
Are you projecting, Ian? Please don't project your traumas onto us.
Walk it off, big champ. Also, yeah, great point, Shiny Teeth. This is another reason why the video that I made came out now. We've been dealing with this for fucking 8 years. I don't expect it to change because of this video, but I am telling people about it. It's good to tell people about it.
Now, obviously, weaponize it against you. What, AB?
Oh, sorry. Oh, obviously, okay, he just said it there. Obviously, people are going to weaponize it against you. What are they going to weaponize? Sincerity, honesty, vulnerability, being a human? That's the thing that people are going to weaponize against you?
Oh my god, yes, are you kidding me? The species known as humans are gross, and people will be gross to you should you give them the opportunity, especially on the internet. There's a lot of opportunity. People will say gross things about your family, they'll say gross things about your parents, your kids, your pets. They just do it. That's just how people are. It's sad and it shouldn't be that way, but that's just the way it is. I would like to have more faith in my own kind, but I mean, like, look at us. That's just the way it is, and you need to protect yourself rather than, again, try to control the perpetrator. You can try being bigger and badder, or you can try being stoic.
Ian, out of all the people, that is his first time addressing those trolls that have been going against him for years.
Oh, this is actually the opposite of what these shitheads have been saying the whole podcast. Giardi is speaking up, and she's saying, this is the first time Ian is standing up to the harassment in a video. But the whole first half of this was Ethan saying, we've heard this shit before. Yeah, you and your wife, blah, blah, blah. Like, we know. And she's completely contradicting what he just said.
It's almost as if this podcast isn't an echo chamber with people with the same ideas, parroting off each other. And don't mock people's accents. If your wife had an accent and people mocked it, you'd be bouncing off the walls bonkers angry about it.
Like, she's correct in this moment. We're going to see if, it remains true.
He could say anything about them. He could roast them to the ground. He can do so many jokes about them, and he just decides to,
call them
give
fat
context
and bad.
Call one guy fat.
And meanies.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't know. She's my fucking biggest supporter in a roundabout way. She's literally describing how good of a person I am.
No, you idiot. She's saying you could defend yourself, but instead you'd rather cry about it and make a 20-minute video calling yourself stoic while acting the opposite of it.
He could totally roast them to the ground. He can piss on their grave. He can do all of these things because he's the freaking content cop. But what does he choose to do instead? He chooses to show empathy, just kind of call a guy fat casually and show context.
What about the boxing coach? You called him a loser and his wife dumb as rocks. At the end of the day, Ian isn't fooling anybody. You can't build a career off tearing people down and then suddenly play the victim when the same energy comes back your way. It was different back in the day because, again, you knew what you were doing was wrong. You knew you were wrong and you were honest about it. Now you're not. And like I said, the old iDubbbz would have eaten you for breakfast. That's not growth, that's hypocrisy. If Ian really wants peace, he should log off, go touch some grass, maybe stop live streaming his meltdowns. I don't know. Thanks for watching. Bye.